Hi Anti-Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, and today we're going to be finding out which Bleach character I am. So when I was getting ready for my 1-year anniversary live stream thing for the channel, I asked you guys for some suggestions of stuff that you wanted me to do during that live stream, and I did none of it because I got caught up in talking with you guys, and next thing I knew we were like hours into the stream and I hadn't done any of it. So I thought, since when you guys are going to be seeing this video, I'll have been gone from uploading for a little while, that it would be fun to come back and just do some of those fun little activity things that you guys wanted me to do. And one of those was to take a quiz to see what Bleach character I am. And I found one. I don't know if it's good. I mean, these quizzes are obviously science, so it's very important to pick the best one. I couldn't even get that through that with a straight face. Anyway, I picked one that I thought looked good. I don't know what characters are included to, be the answer to the end of the quiz, whether it's just some of the main cast, or if it's Espada and Arrancar and Soul Reapers and Mod Souls and stuff that kind of function around the main cast as well. But yeah, we're going to take one and see what character comes out. Honestly, if I get Mayuri, I might lose my mind, so this could go either way. But let's just get into the quiz and see what happens. Okay, let's find out which one I am. As a Bleach character, what do you think your purpose would be? Ooh, to protect my loved ones, to find myself but not depend on others, to learn and use my mind to defeat evil, to be the best I can be. What would my purpose be? I'm torn between to protect my loved ones or to learn and use my mind, because I'm a very analytical kind of person. I feel like that learning would be a big part of what my purpose was. Which character is your all-time favorite? Okay, Ichigo, Rukia, Toshiro, or Orihime. Well, none of these are said though, so that's my first critique of this particular quiz. But I think out of those four, Rukia is probably my favorite. Which division is your favorite? See, I feel like I have a soft spot for 4, but I would be awful at taking care of people. I think I'm gonna go with 13 because that's Ukitake's and he is my favorite captain. So we go with 13. What would my title be? Lieutenant, Captain, Hyoka, or I wouldn't have a title. That's a tricky one. I feel like maybe I'm not good with authority, so anything where I had to take orders from someone, like a lieutenant, I don't know how well I would do in that position. I tend to take a leadership role too, which makes me think captain. But I also feel, because captains have to also follow orders from people. There's still Yamamoto, and there's still the central 46 or 46 of them. So I feel like maybe I wouldn't have a title, or at least not one of those. I'd be more of a rogue figure. What nickname would I want to be called? I'm kind of sad that none of these are Strawberry or Berryhead. Isn't that what they called Ichigo? Well, I definitely don't want to be called Shrimp. I know I'm short, but at the same time, I'm gonna go with Sweetheart. Because that one seems like the nicest one. And I call lots of people Sweetheart, so I think that would fit me. What's my fighting style like? Ooh, impassioned, calculated, calm, and efficient, or passive. I mean, I'm not really the fighting type. I feel like I'm not exactly passive, because in a lot of ways I choose not to be a part of confrontation because I don't enjoy it. But if I do decide to be in a fight of any kind, I'm definitely not a passive participant in it. I usually don't get involved. And then once I do, I usually take control of the situation. I'm gonna say calculated because I feel like that kind of fits with it, where it's not it's I choose which fights I'm gonna be a part of, and then I choose how I'm going to win them. I'm a very competitive person, so I definitely, when I choose to be, I step into any kind of confrontation, I do plan on winning. What are you usually doing during a battle? On the front lines, fighting my hardest, helping my team out the best I can, observing, only stepping in if I need to, healing the fallen. It's like I said, I'm if I choose to get involved, I'm usually front and center. I'm usually, if I step into any kind of confrontation, I've taken over that. It is my fight. But I'm wondering if maybe observing, only stepping in if I'm needed, is also kind of where I'm at, because it's like if I don't need to be part of a conflict, I usually don't. I'm gonna go with observing, only stepping in if I need to, because I feel like that kind of fits me the best. You know, calculating being my fighting style. Okay, which weapon would I use? Sword, katana, knives, my powers. See, I always talk about how I don't really like weapons-based fighting, so I feel like I would go with my powers. I would want to be using like Kido and stuff, or like something that's a little bit more like magic-based as opposed to like a weapon. Which superpower suits me best? Okay, shapeshifting, super speed, invisibility, flying. My favorite superpower is teleportation. Everybody picks flying. I just take out the need to travel altogether. I'm like, I just want to teleport somewhere. But if I had to choose something else, I think I'm gonna go shapeshifting, because like Beast Boy was always like my favorite superhero when I was a kid. I thought he was amazing, because like who wouldn't want to be a dinosaur with just like a thought? So I'm gonna go with shapeshifting, because I think that that's like a really cool power. What would your Shikai be? Shikai. These are all very intimidating names. I don't know. Well, I'm not going Rainbow Mist. I'm not a super colorful person. Subjugation of the heavens, I don't think so either. I thought the sleeves from Snow White, because I've been called Snow White on multiple occasions. I kind of like Slaying Moon though. I'm gonna go with that one. What would my Bankai be? Heaven Slaying Moon. I mean, that seems like an escalation of the one I already picked. I feel like that seems like the escalation. Heaven Slaying Moon is like the upgrade of the Shikai I chose. What would the sealed form of your Zanpakuto be? Tana, Kodachi? Kodachi? I don't know what some of these are. Calligraphy brush. Ooh, I actually love that. I know calligraphy, so I think that that would be really cool for me. Plus, I feel like since my purpose as my character, you know, sticking with a theme, that the purpose was to like learn and to use my mind. I feel like a calligraphy brush would just fit with kind of the researcher vibe, so I feel like that works best. If you had to kill someone, how would you do it? I'd prefer not to. Well, I'm not gonna watch them suffer. Y'all know that I'm a crier, so as painlessly as I could, I'm gonna go with as painlessly as I could. If I had to, I would want it to be like quick and painless. If I had to die, I'd prefer not to. Natural causes, I guess. Let's like have old age be the reason. What should Shinigamis do? Oh, sorry, my brain like stopped. What should Shinigamis do during their free time? My brain glitched there for a second. Practice fighting, meditate, study, have fun. I think it depends on what their purpose is, like what their squad is, what they want to accomplish. Some people are fighters, some people are, you know, studiers. I don't know if any of them just like have fun though. I feel like they take being Soul Reapers very seriously. I'm gonna say study. Oh my gosh, I'm starting to sound a lot like the research unit, and I swear if I get Mayuri, I am going to lose my mind. Which other character would you be best friends with? Tatsuki, Sora, Momo, or Neliel? Oh, that's so hard. I'm torn between Tatsuki and Momo because I love them both. I feel like Tatsuki I would get along with really well. Maybe. We're both a little bit stubborn. But I feel like Momo needs me. You know what I mean? I feel like Momo could use a really good best friend. I'm a very like honest, straightforward, like, you know, I would never betray her. And I feel like she needs that. I feel like she needs like a solid, caring person. And I feel like I can be that for her. So I'm gonna go with Momo because I think she needs a best friend. How do you prefer to work? Alone? Depends on my mood. I can do both alone and on a team. On a team, I prefer alone, honestly. I find working, and it's the introvert in me, I guess, that I find working around other people just like impossible. Who would be your arch nemesis? Aizen, Gin. Ginjo, we've just met Ginjo, so I don't know enough about him. Or the Hollow. Honestly, like Hollows are just like by their nature, you know? Like they've just had like their humanity taken away from them. Ginjo, I don't know enough about him. Gin, like a bad person, but like he's not interested in me. You know what I mean? Like arch nemesis is like someone that you're really gonna fight against. Gin's like, his focus is Aizen. He's not interested in anything I have to offer. I don't feel like it would be a very, you know, arch nemesis kind of vibe. Aizen, I mean, if I'm best friends with Momo, I do have a lot of animosity against Aizen. What kind of Zanpakuto would you want? Fire, air, water, ice, or illusionist? Oh, that's so interesting too to think about. Thinking very hard about this. I don't know if it's warranted. I'm torn between air and water. I think I'm gonna go with air. Get some airbender vibes. What would you do if you saw a hollow? Trash talking, give it the beating of its life. I love that. I love the trash talk in Bleach, so I love that that's an option. Get rid of it quickly and quietly, assess the situation, then attack, call for help. I really don't know. Because like when I play games, like if I'm playing like a fighting game or anything, like video games, I trash talk so much. Like I am awful. I'm an awful person when I get competitive. So it's entirely possible that I might trash talk in this context. But I also might just like get rid of it quickly and quietly. I want to say trash talk. That's like the most Bleach thing. I think if you're going to be in the Bleach universe, you have to trash talk before you get into the actual fight. It's just the way the world works. If you were an anime character, what color of hair would you have? Orange, black, white, or red? I want red. Red is like one of my favorite colors, and red is a good color on me. I'd want red. Also, I have a thing for people with red hair in anime, I guess. What kind of ending do you want? Epic, dramatic, a cliffhanger, happy? Don't we all want a happy ending? I want a happy ending. It can be quiet. It can not have a lot going on. I want a happy ending. How honest am I? Very brutally honest, not the most. I only lie to make others feel better. I'm legitimately brutally honest, like to the point where when people ask my opinion on stuff, or they ask me like what I think about something, I always stop and I'm like, do you actually want my honest opinion? Because there's a chance you will not like it, because I'm just going to tell you, and I'm not going to like craft it to like who I think you are and like what I think you want to hear. I'm not going to like hold anything back. I'm going to legitimately tell you. And I think part of it is because I can't hide my facial expressions very well. Like people have told me that you can like see what I'm thinking really easily just on my face. So I just like tell people what it is. So brutally honest. Are you a loyal person? Yes, to very few people. It depends. I can be. I don't know. Which is a little bit of an honest thing to say, I guess. Everyone wants to think that they're very loyal, I think. I think it's for like a few people. Like I don't have like a lot of friends. I don't have like a lot of people that I connect with on like a really deep level. But like I never tell secrets. Like if people tell me stuff and they don't want me to tell anybody else, it's a steel trap. Like I'm not telling anyone. It doesn't matter if we're like only acquaintances or anything. I will not tell a soul. So I think it like depends on what you mean as a loyal. Because I'm also like, if someone's like, hey, do this thing, like even if we're best friends and I think it's like the wrong thing to do, or I think like that's stupid, I'm not gonna do it. So I think it depends on like what loyalty means. Like there's definitely a chance that I will like get into an argument with my friends or like be on the opposite side of like what they're trying to accomplish, because I'm like, I don't think that you're right. I can still like care about you and like I would still be like your best friend, but I disagree. So I think it depends on what you mean by loyalty. I'm gonna put it depends then, because that's like basically what I said. It depends. Which emotion do you experience the most? Anger, disdain, anxiety, desire. Anxiety. I am such an anxious person. How do you react when provoked? I fight back, I taunt them back, I walk away, I laugh. It depends. I will either fight back or I will laugh, because it depends if it's like they're good at provoking me. Because sometimes I think it's ridiculous. There's some things that people like say to me to try and provoke me, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, and I laugh because I'm like, what's even happening right now? So I'm a little bit of both, of like fight back. I only fight back if like I legitimately think that I should. But I feel like most of the time when I feel like fighting back, it's not because I'm being provoked, it's because I feel strongly about what's happening, like the argument itself. The provoking doesn't make me fight back. I'm gonna go with laugh. That's usually my response, because I think most people trying to provoke me is ridiculous. What would you say your worst quality is? Too arrogant, too stubborn, too serious, too sensitive? I am too stubborn. Honestly, there's sometimes when like I just need to accept that what I thought was the right thing, or like what I thought was right, is not right anymore, and I need to just move on with my life. Which drink are you most fond of? Sake, water, tea, or juice? Tea. I love tea so much. It's my favorite thing. Which meal are you most likely to eat for lunch? Steak, spaghetti, bolognese? It's just spaghetti in my house. Sushi, salad. Well, I don't eat meat, so I think that cancels out steak in most sushi. Some sushi doesn't have fish in it. I do love pasta, so I might go with the spaghetti. Last Last question. Okay, what's the most important thing in my life? Family, job, health, love. I mean, health is really important. I mean, love, like, depends on what you mean. Like, I'm assuming like romantic love because we have family as something separate. I don't really care about romantic love. I like my platonic family and friends kind of love. I'm gonna go with family. Okay, who we get? Honestly, if I get Mayuri, I might lose my mind. And I swear, if I get Mayuri, I am going to lose my mind. Orihime! You know, there's a part of my brain that was like, I'll probably be Orihime because honestly, we're both like not huge fighters. We just want to take care of people, make sure everybody's okay. Honestly, I kind of get it. So you're very hyper and very girly. I don't know if girly describes me. Hyper, probably. When I get excited about things, I get really excited. I have like, I'm either 0, not interested, or 100, completely too excited for anybody's own good. Orihime has loads of energy, spunk, and character. This bubbly attitude can rub people the wrong way. Yes, I've been called bubbly on multiple occasions and I don't see it, but okay. Like I've had people tell me in like job interviews, they're like, we like your personality because you're bubbly. And I'm like, really? Am I? Maybe I don't understand the definition of bubbly. And you can be super sensitive. Yep. You guys have seen me freak out enough. You're very trendy and fashion forward. I mean, I don't think I know anything about fashion, but I guess if you're fashion forward, then you're like making the trends, but not stuck up. That's nice. In fact, you're the nicest person in the world. Oh, thank you, random quiz on the internet. I will take that. So there you have it. Apparently I am Orihime, which honestly, I feel a lot of similarities to Orihime. There's been a few times throughout the series where I thought, yeah, I get you. So, you know, not unpleased. Unhappy? Unpleased? I don't know why my words are just like not. Not today. Not unhappy with getting her as a character, though I do hope that in stressful situations I have more to contribute than saying Kurosaki-kun. So that's my only goal with the whole thing. I'll leave a link to the quiz that I took down below so that you guys can take it too if you want to. Feel free to share with me which characters you got. Just kind of a fun thing to do. Let me know if there's some other stuff that you want me to do related to Bleach like this, and I will see what I can do in the future. And we're reading the manga over on my new Patreon, which is free. You guys can watch any of the Bleach manga videos without having to go to one of the paid tiers. So I will leave a link down below in the description for that too if you want to come and see my reactions to the first few chapters. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!